Hello, hello, North Node Seekers. We are doing a reading, timeless reading for you from the Archangel Metatron. So I'm doing one introduction for all of the signs. And what I have been called to do for the collective is this reading where you hear from Metatron what you need to hear to align with your highest timeline and activate your North Node destiny. I'll be using cards from an Archangel Metatron Oracle deck, and I've been encouraged to explain to you which cards I'm going to be using for this reading so that you have an understanding what energies this session will be anchored in. If you are eager just to get to your reading, it is timestamped below and you can jump ahead to that. So we'll be starting with the Archangel Metatron deck, and I've been asked to read directly from the guidebook for those cards that I pull. And then I was given the B Tarot. And the B Tarot is significant because the B stands for industriousness. Bees are not hustling. They're moving from their instinct of what to do. And in doing that, which comes naturally to them, they not only create their own abundance, but stabilize and provide foundations for abundance of the entire globe, really. And then after the Bee Tarot, I will be pulling from this Making Magic Oracle. So you can tap into some practical magic, some practical tools of how to move forward. And then I will end with the Sacred Forest. And the message I got when I was drawn to this particular deck, the Sacred Forest here, which has a unicorn on it. And I got my unicorn here hanging with me for this reading. And the message I received is, the earth is supporting you. Your destiny is programmed into your earth star chakra. Connect deeply with the earth on a regular basis. Do not take her for granted. She sustains your life and asks nothing of you in return. She is the great mother of all living things. Okay, and with that, I will jump into your reading. Enjoy. Hello, Virgo North Node. Welcome to your reading. Let's jump right in with your first 3 Metatron cards. I'm going to read from the guidebook for the very first one. Ooh, Virgo North Node. Virgo North Node. I'm going to read for the guidebook for the first one, and then the additional 2 will just touch upon their main message and see how that plays out throughout the rest of your reading. Do remember to like and subscribe if these messages resonate with you. And I'm just reminding you that these messages are timeless. So what you have in the center of your reading, Virgo North Node, is number 44, Beacon, Shine On. So this is the card that I'm going to read for you in full detail. Which your counterpart, Pisces, North Node, also receives, which is interesting. I did make sure that everything is well shuffled, and that just jumped out at me, saying that it has more to say for more people. So here you go, Virgo North Node, card 44, Beacon, Shine On. Master number 44 energy is linked to the angels and to you as an earth angel too. You are reminded that you are a beacon of light to the world, a place of refuge for those in the dark, and a port of call in the storm. The world needs your light as never before. Look at the raging sea of humanity struggling to free itself from thousands of years of pain. So many holding up their hands for help, and so many drowning because they find no one signaling the way home, back to their own inner light. How are we to create a mass how are we to create mass awakening and change without people like you to help us? If you realized the power of your light, you would turn it up, not try to hide it. If you saw how many needed it, you would offer it fully. If you could see the difference your light makes to every single person you touch, you would never doubt again your true calling. You ask, but how and where and when? You block the light in you by waiting for the right time, the right circumstance, the right moment, when it is actually about just shining. Through difficult days and happy days, just shine, as you never know when it is needed and by whom. It will be noticed, it will be picked up on, and it will transmit its frequency to the right person and call forth the act of service that is needed from you. To be a beacon of light for others is to be noticed and to stand out. You cannot shine slightly. You either shine or you don't. And you do. And you will. And your light matters. It always has. You have a role just as much as anyone else. You ask, but how can the world ever change? It is by each person shining so bright that eventually the darkness diminishes. But the world needs many of you. No one can do it alone. You are all reflections of each other, building a much bigger light than you can ever imagine. Beacons lit around the world, switched on, active, joining together, feeding each other. When one person's light gets low, it is recharged by the next light beside it. Just keep passing the light and being the light. That is your role and your mission. And the angels and Metatron thank you for it. Without light workers on the ground, nothing is possible. But with each of you in place, everything is, and a new dawn can be born for the world and every living being within it. So shine your light. So that's the center of your Metatron reading, your message from the Archangel Metatron. And crowning your reading is card 34, Ancestors, Appreciation and Healing. So I'm not going to read the whole card, just the main one-liner message. It says, our ancestors live on through us and within us. That is crowning you. And at the root of your message today is passion, love for life, card 25. Someone has a significance with the number 25 at the time that you are seeing this reading. Maybe you've turned 25 years old. Maybe you're watching this on the 25th, or your birthday falls on the 25th of the month, or some significant ancestor of yours has passed on the 25th. But the number 25 is significant for someone or some of you out there. 2 plus 5 equals 7, just a note, but they're pointing me to the number 25. And passion, love for life. You are reminded to seek that which makes you truly happy. I feel that is a message in particular coming through from an ancestor guide for some of you. Let me tilt this down. Stay down. Okay. So let's jump into your tarot message. So you have a light to share with the world, Virgo North Node, in your own special way. And some of you, this comes from a talent that has been passed on to you through your ancestors. It's an inherited gift. And embracing your lineage is it is important for you aligning with your North Node destiny. Let's see what Tarot has to say. Thank you, Archangel Metatron, for your messages today for the Virgo North Node Collective. Oops. So we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. We have card 7, which is the Barrow, which would be the Chariot in the traditional tarot. Then you have the Three of Wands. Ooh, and 0, or the Keeper, which would be the Fool. So the bottom of the deck, you have the 2 of Jars, which is the 2 of Cups. So for you, Virgo North, Virgo North node. I am feeling that there is stagnation on your path at the moment, or any stagnation that you find, you should evaluate it according to how much passion you have or do not have for what it is you are pursuing. Some of your passions may be misplaced, or you're not as clear on your passions as you think you may be. There is something very significant that you should be moving on from. There's a way of thinking, a way of operating. So if there is stagnation on your path as well, what you need to hear right now is that stop hitting your head against the wall. Let sleeping dogs lie. Let something that's not coming to fruition sit for a while and take another direction. The Chariot here, or the Barrow here, they're specifically giving me gardening, because they gave me this deck specifically, as I mentioned in the introduction. You must fertilize that which you really intend to grow, right? As opposed to putting energy into things that you just think should be done, or you haven't found an alternative as of yet. So they're giving me an analogy of, for example, if you don't like regular old white potatoes, and you don't even know exactly how to grow white potatoes, but you heard white potatoes, are filling, right? And so you try every year to plant a good harvest of white potatoes. It never really comes out great. And then when you're eating your meals over the long winter, after you've harvested what's in your garden, you also don't feel sustained and satisfied throughout the winter. Now, they're asking you, do you not want to try like yellow potatoes, or maybe sweet potatoes, or yams, or maybe a different root vegetable altogether? It's about time you start to really acknowledge why you put in effort into the certain areas where you put effort. The 3 of Wands is asking you to look out on the horizon and say, hey, what have I put out there that is coming to fruition and I like the return that it's giving me? And what have I invested in that is just, I'm not seeing any returns, or it's not giving me the return that I would like? It's that tweaking and that fresh approach. Looking at these things with a fresh approach is what is going to align you with your path and your light. Your beacon, you are the beacon. You are the beacon. So they're showing me these 2 cards together. The 3 of Wands is standing there looking out on the sea at these boats and seeing if its ships are coming in, right? And the beacon is here. The beacon is you. You are the beacon. You are where your ships are supposed to lead, right? It's you that is supposed to be fed. It's your spirit and your heart that is supposed to be fed and fulfilled. It is your light that is supposed to be nurtured through your efforts, nothing else. And it's important for you now to connect with those things that nurture your light. and to actively choose them, even if it feels naive and a little silly in the beginning. Some of you are quite serious in your pursuits, quite ambitious, and may be successful in an external way, but do not feel successful internally. Some of you work very hard and have not had the success that you would like to see, whether it's financial, feelings of fulfillment, and so on. But you have the let's say the work ethic. You've put in your efforts, and you're wondering why it has not come to fruition. Some of you, there's an ancestral block, poverty mindset. Some of you, there is let me stop shuffling. Some of you, there is first is the ancestral block. The other is a disconnect from your family, but that a disconnect from your family that keeps you internally disconnected from the gifts. It's like you've disconnected from the toxic stuff that has come through your family. And in doing that, you did not pick and choose what you're going to keep and what you're going to release. You've just blocked everything. But there are gifts as well that have been passed down to you, not just the traumas, the disappointments, or the challenges, not just the challenges. I want to take this one on the bottom here. So let's go on to the making magic cards and see what practical actions can be taken. I'm going to also jump, though, to, I don't want this one because that didn't speak to me, or does it? I'm just feeling into it. I'm going to take both of them. We're going to go here. So there's much to say for you, Virgo North Node. Practical actions. We have love charm, attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. Where did that come in? Because it did not show itself as of yet. Okay. Attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. I'm going to get back to that and see how that's tying in. Air, work with the element of air to cut through the core of a situation and see the truth. Yeah, the love charm kind of threw me for a loop. Power symbol, cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body. I'm going to stop there. For some reason, I feel like that wants to be revealed after I speak about these things. Oh boy. You are worth investing in. You are worth being passionate about. And what you are passionate about is worth being passionate about. And you're worth having people in your life who get enthusiastic with you and for you when you feel that fire. The truth, there is a truth that you need to discover. There is a truth for you to discover. When you look at what you have been cultivating and what you have harvested in your life, there is a truth. And it will reveal to you that you actually have a lot of power. You have the power to change anything in your life that is not to your liking. Some of that, the way of going about it, will not be direct. I'm hearing that if you have even dabbled, just tipped your toe into ancestral work, you are being encouraged to lean into it more and ask for intervention on your behalf. I'm hearing that your spiritual and energetic reality is more important than your physical reality. So, what you do energetically, vibrationally, with magic, with prayer, with affirmations, with um, frequencies, with herbs, all of that, how you live in your inner world and how you express your inner world is more important, is the most important element. It is the foundation of this, the keeper, the beekeeper. You have to be, you are the one caring for the hive. If you take the bees, each bee as a little energetic, flying vibration, and you are responsible for caring for these bees, that means it's important that you are aware of how to care for each vibration that you send out, each thought, each word that you send out. So the two cards that you have with the keeper is Earth. Ask the element of Earth for grounding, stability, and strength in times of chaos. So you have air and earth working for you. And insight opens the third eye to strengthen intuition. I have a strong feeling that some of you, not all of you, if you're resonating with this reading, is that you have magic spells in you. Your ancestral gift is one of magic or ritual. It's a spiritual tradition, a magic tradition, something indigenous to your culture, for example, ancient or way, way back in your history, way, way back. And the appreciation of that and you living, allowing that to be alive. Does that mean that that's going to be your one and only career ever and that's what you're meant to do the rest of your life? Not necessarily. Some of you, yes, some of you, no. But the embracing and allowing that to be alive in your being sets you in alignment. It contributes to your light. It will lighten your load. It will lighten you up. And you have the Two of Jars at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to get 2 more tarot before getting your final. Okay, I got 3 more tarot. I just feel like this Two of Jars wants to be out. Why it wants to be out, I'm not sure. I'm going to put it, they want it down here. There's a relationship that needs to be cultivated. It may be a relationship with yourself. I'm going to let that sit there and see what happens. You have the Queen of Jars, the Ace of Swords, and the Four of Jars as your final tarot. Emotion, the water element, and the element of air. Everything you need is here. Everything you need right now is here. Everything you need right now is here. To create what it is you want to create, you must first look at what you already have. And there has to be an appreciation for what you already have. As much as you may want something to be different or you anticipate something different, a change, there is great gifts awaiting you if you are present in your life at the moment. We want you to be present and feel your relationships, feel your relationship to yourself. And they have allowing yourself to feel. Some of you may have been cut off from your feelings for quite some time, but you have the ability to master your thoughts. You have the ability to convince yourself to open your heart and enjoy life again. You have that ability. You are in control of your destiny. The moment you choose to think in an abundant way and with all possibility open to you, that's the moment when the universe will bend in ways that you did not think possible. You're being encouraged to take the stories of your family heritage and to turn them into great fables. I was watching a masterclass with an author, and they said, if there's nothing about a character that you dislike, then your character is unrealistic. Every character in a story has to be likable and unlikable, right? Everybody has things that they themselves don't like and that other people don't like about them. So in rewriting your ancestral stories, your family stories, you're not making everyone a hero, but you're stepping back and allowing the full character to be revealed to you. Okay, your two final cards. You have Wolf Spirit, Family. See, I can't make this stuff up. Even if I feel like I don't know where this reading is going, the cards and the spirit we call upon, the consciousness we call upon for this reading, they always come back and let me know. Archangel Metatron is letting me know we are on track. Wolf Spirit, Family. You are a lone wolf, but you also belong to a pack. Whether we like our pack or not, you belong to one. And the pack will always have had it has its influence on you. It has its mark on you. It has its mark in your DNA. And with that, you can still run free and howl at the moon and do as your heart desires. We have Standing Stones Passage, which is card 40. Oh, you do have a threshold of consciousness to walk through, Virgo North Node. Some of you are going to have prophetic dreams or dreams, if you haven't already had them, dreams that show you a certain lifetime or show you a certain lifestyle. Even before this card came out, I didn't want to limit what cultural experiences any of you may have or limit who this may be applicable to, but I saw Stonehenge and I felt like Celtic druidism, green witch, nature, religions type of energy. I'm just keeping it broad, right? But I definitely from what I can feel in my body, felt like Celtic vibe. So that may apply to somebody. That is the end of your reading. I hope that it resonated with you. And if it did, do like and subscribe. I do have some readings available depending on when you encounter this video for the 1212 portal. It's $12.12 a question, up to 3 questions. So you can check that out. And I hope to see you again. So until then, take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye for now.